Good morning. I'm Lily Ramston. I would wish that you would subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm still doing the book review of Jenna Tautu's No So Many Amigurumi. This is day 14 and I'm going to make a gummy bear. No, it's day 13 and it's called a Groovy Gummy Bear Pattern. And it's from the book No So Many Amigurumi. And she's Crochet by Jenna. And here's a couple of dragons I have made. Well, this is a dragon. And maybe that's a dinosaur. I'm not sure. But that's the first thing, one of the first things I made. I made this last year for Chinese New Year. So I made him look like a Chinese dragon. And that is before I learned how to color change, or I wouldn't had to have sewn this big thing all over his chest. But I like the way his ruffles came out. Aren't those cute? And then I have recently made this dragon. And I decided that I'd use up some of my scrap yarn and make him and just change rows every 2 or 3 rows. So that's what I did on him. And I really like the way the colors came out. This is the book we're reviewing. It's Jenna Tautu's No So Many Amigurumi. And nothing on here is sewn on except for some blush. And I don't use safety eyes because I crochet for Operation Christmas Child and Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. So these toys go to children. And I don't want them choking on a plastic piece when they chew it off. But today we're making the gummy bear. Here's Jenna's gummy bear. She did it in a pink hibiscus. She did it in hibiscus, and I'm going to make mine in red. So hopefully today I have all my supplies set up and don't have to go look for something else. And this is, my husband won't build me a shelf behind the couch, so I just stack my stuff up here, and it looks awful. And y'all know by now I have to have a printed pattern. I have to have a marker so I can keep up which row I'm on, because my eyes tend to wander. But get our hook, get our yarn, and start with a drink of water. So first we make a magic ring. And do some single crochets in it. I need to change the color on my ink because it's starting to get really light. grab me a stitch marker and pull it through. Pull our magic ring closed. There we go. Oh, I thought of a story this morning of when I was a young mother and my son was an infant. Back then they didn't have butt paste and things like they do now. So they had gingivitis, and you're going to have to be as old as me to know what that is. So I would use that on his bottom for the diaper rash. And one day when I was walking to work from the parking lot to the office, everybody was smiling at me and saying, hey, and I was having such a good morning because, I don't know, you know, when everybody says hey to you and smiles at you, makes you feel good. So when I finally got into the office and looked in the mirror, I had a big purple streak down my cheek. That's what gingivitis was. It was purple. And that's why everybody was smiling at me. You know how sometimes you just think of things? Well, that popped up this morning in my brain. Well, I was trying to decide what I wanted to do today because I didn't want to do anything today, including crochet. But I made a commitment to myself, and I'm doing it. And I lost count. Well, I didn't even think you might not can see this on my red sweater. So let's see if I can make us a little something here. Okay. Okay, you should be able to see now. Might help me see too. Since I lost count, let's go back and count these. Okay, that is indeed the correct count. So pull our stitch marker up. Okay, we're going to do some bobbles now, treble bobbles. Well, we learned how to do that yesterday, so this should be fairly easy. Okay, make sure I read that right. And pop your bobble out. And I'm going to have to read every word of this sentence because we do something different almost every stitch here. Okay, go back and reread it. Okay, now we do another treble bobble. Come on, girl. And most rows are simple, but then occasionally you come across a complicated row that takes more than just one line. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Two, three. Forgot to move our stitch marker up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, shoot. Just... Just happily single crocheting and don't pay attention to anything else. Okay, now for definition on his head, we're going to do some half double crochets a little while. Okay, now we can just mindlessly crochet around. Move our stitch marker up. And see how that stands out? That is 6 rounds. And this is what the half double crochet did at the top of his head. It's looking cute now. Is that ears? Yeah, those are his ears. It's the top of his head. Move our stitch marker up and count our rounds, our single crochets. We're supposed to have 32. Well, I missed a stitch somewhere, so I'm just going to add one right here because I just one off. So pull our stitch marker out and move it over. And this is another one of those rows where you have to keep reading and do what it says. Okay, read some more. This is another decrease row, but at least it's rhythmic. Move our stitch marker up. Okay, that's 9. Okay, it's about time to stuff. Okay, we'll save that final decrease for later. We're going to stuff his head, and all the stuffing is in the workroom. Let's go get it. Okay, let's finish this round. Now we need to pattern back and see what we need to do. Okay, now we increase. And we'll be starting to make his body now. We just finished his head. And I've been wondering, with the polyfill, every time we pull it out, we get all of this fuzz just all over us. We look like we've been in a snowstorm. I've been wondering if this is damaging our lungs. I don't know. Something to think about. And the bad thing about being so close to the top and increasing, it's easy to get the polyfill pull through our holes when we make a stitch. So to prevent that, put your finger behind the stitch you're working into, and that'll keep that polyfill behind your finger. Okay, this is increase round, not decrease. So tear that out and do it again. And see, I'm still holding that polyfill away from my stitches. I didn't pull my stitch marker up, and now I don't know where the end is. Well, I guess this was it. So pull it through now. Okay, and we just finished row 11, so we need another stitch marker. So we'll pull it through here. Okay, we're halfway through with the gummy bear. All we've got to do now is make his body. Oh, it's time for water. Don't need to hydrate. If you get dehydrated, you're confused. And when you get confused, you can't crochet. Give you another reason to drink your water. Okay, we're going to do some more treble bobbles here. So we need crochet 8, okay, and now we do a treble bobble. Yeah, that looks like a good place to put feet. Okay, so it's 3. 4. And 1 more. Let's try popping it out first and see how that goes. And that turned out easy. See how it, since I popped it out first, it's popped out now. Oh, and I forgot to put my towel back on so y'all can see this. Okay, and we do another treble bobble to make another foot. Pop the bobble out and go behind it and sew in that stitch. Now what do we do? Okay, single crochet till we're done. Okay, now we work even for 3 rows. So when we get to when we finish row 16, we'll add some more feet. Oh, I remembered what I was going to do today. Let's put a little music on in the background. Well, let's put on this.
Cheetos pizza thing, it changes everything.
Hey, you guys try this? Very tasty.
Hey, Donnie.
Okay, turn that down so it's just playing in the background. And I'm really thirsty today. I know I've had at least 30 ounces of fluids this morning before I started drinking my water. So I don't know why. Too many potato chips yesterday.
good for dogs?
Raw egg or cooked egg? It doesn't actually matter. Eggs are great for dogs, so.
One more round of
Apples or
working
grapes?
even.
Grapes are toxic for dogs. They can literally go into kidney failure if they eat grapes, so toss
Then
those.
the next round we add the feed and we are almost finished.
Cayenne is not good for dogs. Turmeric, on the other hand, can actually have anti-inflammatory benefits for a dog. So yes, add just a sprinkle of turmeric. Salmon or chicken. Salmon is amazing because it's packed with nutrients, especially healthy fats, but it can be a little expensive. So chicken.
Okay, that completes row 16. Let's stuff some more. Okay. This is when we add more feet when we get back around to the front. Pop that bubble out. Okay, add another foot. I'm not sure where that, if this Bible needs to go right here. Might need to move it over one space. We'll see how it looks when we finish. Of course, you're going to run out of yarn in the middle of a Bible.
What we're doing now is changing guitars. I'm gonna do a slow song. It's called Operator. That's not the way it feels. I don't know how many times you've seen people talking on the telephone. It just seems like so many of the messages are always the same. We've all been through that same kind of feeling.
Alright, now we start decreasing until we finish his body. We don't have but 3 rounds left. Okay, we decrease again, and then we need to stuff.
I was sitting one time, like I said, a lot of the songs are about characters, you know, about real people that I've met. This is a song about a woman that I met in a place called the Cornog Tavern. I really feel very at ease about talking about it here, because if I talked about it at home, I think her husband would take offense to the idea that I was writing a song about her, because she's worth writing a song about. She was a little bigger than a fire plug. Sit there chewing gum and had snuff, and they called them snuff queens at home, country and western ladies. It's called I Fell in Love with the Roller Derby Queen. Have you seen the roller derby? Everybody skates around and tries to bruise each other. Well, that's what it's about. I'm gonna tell you a story that you won't believe, but I bet.
I'm 57, and I hadn't
And
worked
then
out
they
in
just
years
put
until I
put
found a
commercials
7-minute chair workout
on
plan.
YouTube in the
In a week,
strangest
you'll feel it.
places.
In 2 weeks, you'll see it in the mirror. In a month, your wife.
On Chewy, save 35% and shop all your favorite brands.
Okay, we're on the last round now. So we need to stuff first before we decrease this much. Stand up.
This is a ballad. I'm getting into writing either about characters, people, and places, and funny situations, which are a lot of fun to write about. Or some of the serious, kind of slow, nice listening kind of ballads. This is called These Dreams.
Okay, this is the last round we're on. And as we all know, it's always decrease, decrease, decrease.
Sometimes at night I think
tail so we can sew this in.
Maybe we were just too young to know. But now and then I feel the same. And sometimes at night I think I hear you calling my name. These dreams, they keep me going these days.
Pull it tight so it's closed nice and tight. See? And then we sew our tail in a little bit. Go through a couple of stitches here. Get it anchored. Stitch markers. Pull through with my crochet hook and we will be finished.
You know, out of all the different jobs I've had in the past few years, I consider them all to be just character development. Things I've had to
Okay,
do,
here we
learn
go.
about different things. The thing I've had most fun doing was driving that 15-gear semi-double clutch and E-flat tractor trailer van.
And so here it is. We have finished the gummy bear. Isn't it cute? Maybe we should have put a bobble on his back down here towards the end so he'd have a little tail too, but I don't think gummy bears have tails. I don't know. I don't eat them. So, I'm Lily Ramsden. Subscribe to my channel and like my video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
If they do pull in front of you, they just seem to make a foot on it, which is makes sense because it's just cruising. And truck drivers in the States are kind of like a brotherhood or a fraternity of them. They all stick together. You always see them stopping in the same places to fuel up, sit around and talk, and do all the other things truck